Halloween is cool, nature boy.
I mean, it's exciting, strange, ancient.
Yay, look at mine. So I am currently in St. Helens for the Halloweentown festivities, but I want to show you guys some filming locations from the movie Halloweentown. It filmed right here, and usually during this time of year, starting in September, they bring out all the props. Well, I thought they were actual props, but I think they're recreations. Either way, they bring out all these props out and make it look like in the movie, and they celebrate for about 2 months. So I'm going to show you guys around. And welcome to St. Helens. I'm gonna try to run through all the scenes before the whole thing starts, because once this festival starts, it's gonna be crazy here, full of a lot of people. If you've never seen Halloweentown, basically all the witches and the ghouls and the goblins have separated themselves and created their own world from the mortal world called Halloweentown. And that's where the name comes from. And in the movie, you have Debbie Reynolds that plays Aggie, and she's a witch. She has a daughter named April, I think it's her name. Let me see, make sure. Yeah, April. And then April lives in the real world where she had 3 kids. And Marnie, her oldest daughter, is actually a witch as well. Later on, we find out that the other kids also have magical powers. But here I am standing right in front of the City Hall building in the movie. And this is where the bus pulls up. And it actually pulls up like right over here, and the kids come out, and yeah, so I'm just gonna try to run it really quick, so bear with me, because I'm trying to do this as fast as I can. Like I said, I want to do it before everybody else shows up. So Marnie overhears her grandmother and her mother talking, and she finds out that her grandmother is a witch and that she needs help back in Halloweentown. But April declines her offer, and the kids decide to sneak away and follow their grandmother back to Halloweentown. And at this moment right now is when they realize that she is waiting for some kind of bus to take her back to Halloweentown. And so they sneak in the back of the bus and make their way to Halloweentown. Alright, so as you can see, they're setting up right now. But this is what the square looks like. This is the courtyard square. They got all kinds of games and stuff later on. And a parade goes on today. But I just love that they have all these like photo ops everywhere. So cute. Look at these. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is awesome. Oh look, there's a self-guided walking tour of filming locations for Halloweentown and Twilight. That's so cool. You just use the QR code right there. All these kinds of photo ops. So here is the City Hall, which in real life it's not really the City Hall. The City Hall is actually this one. But in the movie, they used this building as the City Hall. So I'm gonna go ahead and run you guys through all the filming locations and how it all started. Let me show you the rest of the stuff here. Got a cute little photo up here. Spirit of Halloweentown. Oh, this is super cool. Look at this guy. That's awesome. What does it say here? Peter, pumpkin eater. Had a wife but couldn't keep her. He put her in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her very well. That's awesome. All right. And then, what do we got over here? Oh my god, this is so cool. So cool. Look, he's got a little banjo. And then here is the replica of the big pumpkin that you see in the movie, which it is a recreation. It's not the actual one. Sorry, the sun is kind of in the way. Because I think in the movie it was double-sided. I don't think it's double-sided here now. But here's City Hall. All right. I'm gonna try to go through all of this as quickly as I can. Oh, look at this. Debbie Reynolds, April 1st, 1932. By the way, the movie came out, I believe was, let me see, October? Let me see. Yeah, October 17th, 1998. And in the beginning of the film, after the kids get on the bus, the first thing you see is a shot of this up here of the clock tower. It's a really close-up shot, and you'll see the bus flying through here, and then all of a sudden you get a wide shot, and then you'll see the pumpkin. So if I back up, I don't know that it's actually going to match up exactly. It's pretty good. So that then you get a wide angle shot like this, and you see the bus coming, and I believe the bus stops right here. And then when the kids come off, they come off the bus, and there was white fences such as these all around here. I would think it went all around actually, but I believe the bus stops right around here. The kids come off and they start talking, and they're talking in front of the pumpkin, which I don't think the pumpkin is placed exactly in the right spot, or maybe it moves a lot during the movie. But when they're talking, the kids are kind of standing around right around here. You can see the pumpkin in the background, but the pumpkin is actually facing the camera. So I don't know if the pumpkin moves according to certain scenes, but it kind of does seem like it now that I'm here. Okay, so after the bus pulls up, Aggie, the grandmother, comes out first, and there's a white shot from up above that looks like was shot with a drone. Looks like the bus was parked right here, and as Aggie comes out, you can see the face of the pumpkin. So I'm guessing the pumpkin, like I was saying before, was double-sided. There was the stop sign, the sign of the stop sign, and there's actually a cute little recreation right here of the bus. So I'll show it to you guys. Well, there's the bus. And then this is what that bus sign looked like in the movie. It looked pretty much like that. But that sign, like I was saying, was next to the pumpkin in front of her. And then when the kids come out of the bus, you see this building behind them. You can actually see all these windows right here. I think all of them. It's a really close-up shot, so it's like maybe about there. So when the little boy comes out, he kind of walks in front like this, and then Marnie comes out, and then they both start talking, like I said, in front of the pumpkin, right around. It seems like, you know, they walk over, so they probably here. I'm not sure if it's, like I said, I don't know if it matches perfectly. And then eventually the bus moves out of the way, and you get a close-up shot of the stairs, and you'll see their little sister standing right there. Right at the same spot that the little girl was standing when the bus moves out of the way, and she's standing like right here. You can see these steps behind her, but this is the spot. Okay, so after the kids have been talking for a little while with each other in front of the pumpkin behind me, then you'll get a glimpse of the mayor, Caliber, and as he's talking, you can see the City Hall sign really big right behind his head. But the letters here are recreated a little smaller. I believe they were a little bigger in the movie, but this is kind of the angle that you see as Caliber is talking with the kids. So cool. You can actually match up a lot of things here. Like everything pretty much looks the same as far as the buildings go. Like this one you'll see it a lot, which is really cool. I believe you even see that stone hinge sign at some point, and all of these like pumpkins over here and cats. You see all of that in the movie. So cool. Oh, that was cool. That was cool. The kids are talking to the mayor. Eventually, they let them know that they want to see their grandmother, so he calls a cab for them. And I don't know exactly which direction the cab took. I don't know if it came from this way and made his way all the way around, because they don't really show you which way he takes. But when the cab stops, he stops right in front of this building right here. And you can see, like I was saying, all these windows and stuff. It's a wide angle shot. And right where that car is stopping, actually, that's where the cab is. But the cab is facing the camera direction. Yeah, that's where the cab stops, and Benny picks up the kids and takes them over to their grandmother's house. All right, so right about here is where the cab stops. And what I think it's really cool is that you actually get a really cool replica of the cab, which they have right over there. This is the cab. It's not the actual cab from the movie, but it's a pretty good replica of it. And as you can see, there's Benny. Look at that. He's... Oh my god, it talks. That's so funny. Oh my god, that's so awesome. So you get too close and he talks. It's kind of hard to see really good in there. There we go. So cool. So when the kids get on the cab and Benny brings them over to their grandmother's house, they arrive where I am right now. And it's actually where you can see this beautiful view of the city hall. And their house is supposed to be right across the street. Across the street is this house. Actually, there's two houses. Both of these houses are not actually the grandmother's house. The grandmother's house was actually filmed in Portland. So what you're seeing is like movie magic. First, they kind of show you from behind the fence as the cab is driving up. The kids get out and you get a view of, let me get closer over here. So as the kids get out, what you're seeing is right there, the view of the city hall. And then when the camera turns back to the other side, they're supposed to be at their grandmother's house, but unfortunately they did not pick the house that's directly behind them. They picked the house that's in Portland. So again, it's movie magic. You see this view here, and then you see the grandmother's house, but it's not really here. So that's it. So I'm gonna kind of show you kind of like what it looks like from the view of the camera. So this is kind of the area right here. This is the view, what you see. And there's the view that we get as the kids come out of the cab. Here's the house that's directly in front, which is not really the grandmother's house, but the view that you see is more from right here. So I guess the cab would have stopped and parked right around here, because like I said, you get a view of City Hall, which with all the trees now, they've grown out more. You can't see it as clear as you do in the movie. Maybe if I move over a little bit, maybe. But that is more the view that you see. But you know, there's cars parked here. And again, this is supposed to be the grandmother's house as they turn around, but it's not. But this is the view. So all they filmed here was the cab driving up, it parks, and you get this view right here. So there you have it. Actually, you get a more clearer view right here. This is after I've passed the steps here and I walk over, and you get a better view of it. But I don't think they were standing here when they were getting that view. Okay, once the grandmother and the kids come back together to this area, they're seen walking towards the camera, and you'll see the city hall behind them, and they're walking alongside this curb right here. And like I was saying, there's a white fence all around, but yeah, they're seen walking this way for a while. Just walked over to the movie theater right there, Columbia Theater. This was the movie theater used in the film. You'll see it maybe twice, and at the first time you see it, you get a wide angle shot of it, or no, a close-up shot of it, and it says, I can't remember what it says right now, but anyways, I'm gonna run through the scene. But yeah, you'll see the movie theater at least maybe once or twice from the exteriors, and I believe they also shot inside, which is cool. So let me walk up here and see if there's any signs or anything. And this is actually a working theater. As you can see, they're playing Taylor Swift. Let me see. Oh, cool. You can't see too much of the actual theater, but let's run this scene real quick. The scene opens up kind of like this. You get a really close-up shot of the awning, and it says "Closed Forever." And this was actually red and yellow instead of this color that it is now. And then it kind of goes like that and pans down, and then you'll see Marnie and Aggie walking up to here. And this is actually also where Aggie runs into her friend Harriet, and she looks very strange, so she kind of looks at her like, what? And she whispers, Harriet. And then she glances over and notices Caliber walking into this shop right here. So after you see the theater, you don't see it again until much later, because the next scene is actually inside of the shop, and this is the Snowman shop, and this is closed, but oh my gosh, look, you can even see that the same like wallpaper in the movie. And let me see if over here, because I know that there was like some shelves. Yep, there they are. Hold on, let me see if I can get a better shot of it from, it's really hard to get it. Let me see. Maybe not. Maybe, yeah, I gotta go over here. There they are. There's those shelves. You can actually see those shelves behind Caliber as he's talking. But yeah, so Aggie talks to Caliber right here for a while, and you see the kid standing in front of the door, and the camera is facing the other way. But yeah, you can see that same wallpaper in the movie, which is really cool. But yeah, this is the snow shop where they got their ice cream right in there. Setting up over here, so it's going to be kind of hard to get this one, but this is where the broom shop was. This is where she got her broom, and I believe you see her standing right over here where she's talking to the grandmother, and eventually the undead Elvis shows up right back here. But this is, I believe this is where she was talking, and there was like brooms set up right here, and you can see this brick wall right here behind them. Eventually, when that boy comes over and he's walking away, you can see the city hall building as he's walking away, but this would be the angle. I don't want to stand too much right here because you can see they're setting up, but this is where, like I said, the broom shop was, and there was a lot more. There was like an awning here, you know, there was a lot more props and set dressing going on during the movie, but you can definitely see all of this in the shot. But yeah, this is where the broom shop was, right here. All right, so when that scene opens up, there's an awning up here, a pink awning, and it said Guys and Ghouls. So it kind of shows like a close-up shot, and you can see like a broom or something, and then it goes down. And then this is where Aggie and Marnie are standing here, and she's talking about wanting to get a broom. But this is where they were standing right here. Eventually you see the Elvis back here, and then there was a lot of brooms and stuff out here. Like I was saying, it was, you know, differently for the movie, but yeah, there was definitely an awning on here. But there's that, and then like I was saying, this is the angle that you would have seen that boy walking away. So in order to save Halloweentown, they got to light up that jack-o'-lantern that's right over there with the talisman. But in order to get the talisman to light up, they got to get a few things, such as a vampire fang right here from the dentist's office. They got to get sweat from a ghost, and then they got to get hair from a wolf, which is right here. This was used as Wolfie's salon in the movie, which is actually a real estate office. And then this one over here is now an insurance office. But what's really cool is that they actually put the tooth up from the movie, or one that looks very similar to it. So that's really cool. And here is the building that they use as Wolfie's salon. I'm not sure whether they filmed inside of here, but it kind of does match, because when you see it from the inside, Marnie comes in from these doors and she's standing over, like the camera's over here pointing towards the door. She walks in that way. So this kind of does match that. Oh my god, look. That's so cool. Let me see, can I see in here? Oh yeah. Let me go around. You know what? It kind of does match in there. I mean, they didn't have all that other stuff in there, but these decorations are really cool. Look at this. This is so cool. Let's see. Oh my gosh, look how cool. A typewriter. Okay, that's really cool. And then I noticed here in the window, there's some pictures here, which is almost the same thing from earlier. So they kind of have this everywhere. So cool. All right, so sorry about trying to show you guys that building over there, which is actually the city chambers of commerce or something. I forget what that building is. But yeah, that's like I was saying, that was where the witch shop was, or the broom shop was. So right here at this insurance office, this is what was used as a dentist's office. And I don't really have to point out the tooth, because they actually have one right there, which is awesome. But in the shot, I think they do a close-up shot of the tooth. I have to look at the video again to make sure I'm doing it right. And then they show you the windows. I think the shot is more like, let me see. Let me get a little closer here. But they show the tooth like that, something like this. And then they pan down to the windows. And then you get like a more of a wide-out shot like that, and then two people walk past wearing pumpkins on their heads, and then they walk in, and then eventually Marnie walks in to the dentist's office right in here. So cool. And then later on in that scene, you get a wide angle shot of the dentist's office right over here, and you can actually see the whole building, and you see Marnie coming towards the camera. But there's a dentist's office. So cool. So for the festival, they always put out the giant tooth here, where you can see, and there's also a picture over here of the dentist from the movie. I don't know if you guys see it there, the glare. There we go. There he is. That's really cool they do that. So yeah, so that's really cool that they always put that out. And look who's over here. All right, so there's a dentist's office. So when April finds out that the kids are here, she shows up as Marnie and Aggie are at the broom shop over there. And when they show April, she's kind of standing in front of this, something that looks very similar. Obviously I don't think it's the same prop, but I wanted to show it to you guys because this is very similar to what she's standing in front of. Look, so cool. One cool thing about Oregon is that they really embrace their filming locations, and you're gonna find all these signs all over town right here that tells you what has been filmed there, and you know, some history about the filming location. So here's the first sign that I have seen so far. This one says Twilight 2008. This romantic fantasy film based on Stephanie Meyer's novel was directed by Catherine Hardwicke and starred Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson. Many scenes were filmed here, such as the restaurant where Edward tells Bella he can read minds, the bookstore, Bella's house, the dress shop, and alley where Edward saved Bella. Oh wow, I didn't even know that. So I don't know if that's all here. And then it says, did you know the Disney classic Halloweentown 1998 starring Debbie Reynolds as the Witch of Aggie was filmed here at the Riverfront District, and the magic giant pumpkin can still be experienced at the Plaza Square on Halloween. So yeah, they're talking about that over here, but I don't know which restaurants and all that stuff they're talking about Twilight, because I've never seen Twilight. I am gonna try to make it over to the house, the Swan House. That'll be in a separate video. So towards the end of the movie, when Marnie saves the day and lights up the jack-o'-lantern with the talisman, she has to climb onto it and her feet are dangling at some point, and you see that she lights up the jack-o'-lantern and saves the day. And then April invites Aggie to live with them back in the real world. Alright guys, so I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this video of the Spirit of Halloweentown. I really hope that you guys have a great Halloween. Stay safe. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And also don't forget, Halloween is cool. Happy Halloween, guys. So in order for them to save Halloweentown, they have to light up that jack-o'-lantern right over there. That's awesome. They have to light up that jack-o'-lantern right back there with the talisman. So one cool thing about Oregon is that they really look at, oh sorry. Also, don't forget, Halloween is cool. Halloween is cool.